Wuhan doctors celebrate closure of last temporary hospital after dramatic fall in cases in China.
Here's a summary of the article.
Hospital staff in the Chinese city where the coronavirus originated removed their masks ceremoniously as the country's last emergency hospital, built to handle the crisis, was closed. China built 14 new hospitals, including 2 in Wuhan, early last month in just weeks to provide thousands of beds for the sick as the virus spread rapidly. The country has recorded 80,824 cases of coronavirus and 3,189 deaths since the start of the outbreak at the end of last year. More than 65,000 people have recovered from the disease in China. Meanwhile, the US and China have fallen into a war of words over coronavirus. The State Department on Friday summoned China's ambassador to the US to complain about comments from a Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman suggesting that the US Army may have introduced the coronavirus to Wuhan. The department said China's storyline about the virus had been shifting away from the Wuhan market since mid-January, indicating that China is trying to avoid responsibility for the outbreak.
This post received a score of 50,501, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
That's incredibly hopeful.
For now, but keep in mind we don't fully know the characteristics of this virus. There could be another outbreak there in a few weeks once everyone starts going outside.
I was just thinking about that. I mean, I'm optimistic, but if this virus has such a long incubation rate and spreads so quickly, isn't it inevitable that another outbreak will surface once society goes back to normal? I mean, if only 10 people still have it and can transfer it, the possibility for a new epidemic is still there. Heck, even one person still being contagious is enough. How on earth can this even be avoided? Am I missing something here? The only real hope is that summer and higher temperatures genuinely help stop the spread.
I was reading an article about a town in Colorado that shut all its borders during the Spanish flu. While the flu was in full steam, the entire town only had 2 cases, and those cases were immediately quarantined and they didn't spread. When the town ended its quarantine because things were winding down, over 100 of the people in the town ended up catching it. Article.
Gunnison County has 3 cases right now.
Multiply that number by 20 and that's more likely the actual number you guys really have.
60 edit, nailed it.
Quick maths. Human calculator.
Higher. 1, 2, 3, hands.
Very happy for them. Now the real test is if the disease spreads again once they try to go back to work. Something to follow very closely.
Yeah, I'm very curious and worried if the government will just bury any future cases and hail that their prevention is a success, or if new cases pop up that they will be prepared to reactivate the SIM protocol.
If there's a reinfection that's bad enough, it will be impossible to bury.
See, first Wuhan coronavirus outbreak.
Though they did start treating within a week, they did get on top of it even though they covered it up and their methods were downright horrifying. Counterpoint, anyone who catches a live bat is forced to spend a month in a cell with it or be shot in the face.
Greater than anyone who catches a live bat is forced to spend a month in a cell with it or be shot in the face. Do you have a source for that actually happening?
No, I'm semi-seriously advocating it. Honestly, I hope they can stop their citizens from having wet markets in the first place, but especially being around live bats at all. They are so disease-ridden it's not even funny, and lots of bat viruses, bacteria can make the jump to humans. SARS from a few years ago, 5x more lethal than COVID and nearly as infectious, was from bats. Their shit, guano, is almost lethal to humans. They eat too many bugs to murder though, so c'est la vie.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.